Have you outgrown your partner? Hey there, I'm Sharon Pope. I help women who are struggling in lonely and disconnected marriages get the confidence and clarity they need to either fix the struggles inside their marriage or be able to move forward without regret. If you like what you hear, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel.
Two people decide to get married. It means they've chosen each other to spend the rest of their life together. But then, several years into the marriage, what started out as two people being inseparable now becomes incompatible. My name is Sharon Pope. I am a master life coach and a 7-time best-selling author on love and relationships. I help women who are struggling in their lonely and disconnected marriages get the confidence and clarity they need to either fix the struggles in their marriage or lovingly release it without regret. You can go to clarityformymarriage.com to explore if there's a fit for you and I to work together today.
So today we're talking about whether or not you've outgrown your partner. Look, maybe you've been working on yourself, doing a lot of personal growth over the course of the last few years, and you've been facing some difficult truths and answering some hard questions and making real changes in your life, which is amazing, except that maybe your partner isn't doing that. Now, it's easy in that position to think, well, I've outgrown my partner, and maybe you have. But that doesn't mean the relationship has to end as long as there's respect there between the two of you for each of your paths, even though they might look different. So when we find something that works for us, like something that's made a real difference in our lives, and then we see someone that we care about struggling, of course, we're going to say, hey, you should check this out because it really helped me. And then if they don't take your advice, it's easy to sort of judge them, because they're still struggling. Maybe they just couldn't receive your advice in the way that you wanted them to receive it, or maybe they have other ideas on how they want to overcome whatever challenge it is that they're facing. Their path doesn't have to look like your path, right? Some people learn best when they have someone who is really challenging them and holding them accountable. For instance, a coach. Some people learn best through books or videos, things like that. And then lots of people choose to learn when life throws them a big pile of lemons and they just wait until they have to deal with it to deal with it. So let's take a scenario here. Let's say that your partner just isn't doing a lot of personal growth, just isn't into that, but maybe they're into other things. So for instance, my husband is not into personal growth the way that I am. Every once in a while, he'll play around with it, but that doesn't mean he's not learning or that he's not expanding. His just different. For instance, he's learning about videography. He's always watching how to get better at fishing. And he's always learning about health and nutrition and supplements and how it impacts the body. I can't tell you how many magazines we have around here around supplements and the impact to the body. He loves to do that. And I respect that. I love personal growth and he respects that. So it doesn't have to look the same. And I don't have to get all self-righteous and think, oh, I've advanced ahead of my partner. I've outgrown them. Now, if your partner is crapping all over your growth, that's where it starts to fall off the rails for me, because it just screams of insecurity, right? No one that loves you or cares about you is going to stifle your growth unless it's confronting to them, because then they would have to face some of their own difficult truths. Let's take some examples. Let's say you start to get really fit and strong, or maybe you lose a bunch of weight. Well, that might be really confronting to your partner, because he might be thinking, oh my gosh, she may not be attracted to me anymore if she keeps losing weight, because we sort of have this silent agreement that we would both be overweight, and that way we were safe. Or maybe you've learned how to set boundaries for yourself, and he kind of liked it better when you didn't know how to set boundaries for yourself. Maybe you started to realize your value and how you wanted more inside your most intimate relationship. Well, that's confronting to him, because now to remain in the relationship, you're going to require a little bit more of him because you raise the bar, right? So there's this story, you've probably heard it. It's called crabs in the bucket story. If there are a bunch of live crabs in a bucket, inevitably one or two of them will try to crawl their way out of the bucket. But what happens is that they never get out of the bucket because all the other crabs are yanking him down in the bottom of the bucket. It is literally the epitome of misery loves company. So if your partner needs you to stay small in order to remain in the relationship where you never grow and you never evolve and you never change, then what I want you to realize is that he doesn't have your best interest at heart, or she doesn't have your best interest at heart. They have their best interest at heart, because what they want is to not have to face you with all these confronting new changes that you've made in your own life. So if you are ready to learn and grow as it relates to your marriage, look, I am here for it. I want you to go to clarityformymarriage.com. That's where you can find out if there's a fit for you and I to work together. I hope this was helpful for you. And if it was, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be notified every time we post a new video, which is every single week, then be sure to click the icon in the upper left corner at the end of this video. Take good care.